welcome, podcast listeners. You are here with your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. It is episode number, it is episode number 274 of the Fret Talk podcasts. You are joined this week by Lee. Say hi, Lee.
Hello.
And you are joined by a new voice, a sexy voice, a Wampler voice, Mr. Richard Oliver.
I can't do sexy voices. I just sound stupid. So
that's
thanks for the intro, but it's not sexy.
In that case, you always sound sexy.
Indeed. I mean,
I'll take that, Lee, even from you.
It makes for a very awkward car journey to work with a lub on.
It's been a while since I've had to make a car journey to work, thankfully, so I can't comment, possibly.
I mean, seeing as your boss is in a slightly different continent than we are now, it would be quite the journey, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it is weird actually because I've never physically met any of the people that I work 50% of the time for. It's like all virtual. So I've never met Brian in person. I've never gone out to NAM because of, I don't know, COVID-19 and all that crap. And I've definitely not made it out to LA to meet any of the other chaps I work with. So I am basically just a virtual employee to all of them.
Indeed.
I completely feel you on that because although I have met the Timepedia guys, it went for quite some time before I did, and I've only hung out with them on 3 separate occasions or 4 separate occasions for about a week at a time. But it's it's not like working with someone day in, day out, is it?
No, it's weird. I mean, I can never tell whether Brian is or isn't actually wearing trousers. Sorry, pants. No, trousers. We're English.
We're in the UK,
Hooray.
yeah.
Yes.
I mean, he could be wearing trousers and not pants, and that would be fine.
Well, it'd be a bit weird on a podcast, to be fair. But yes, it would be better than the reverse.
I mean, if you're wearing neither, then that's a no-go.
I can guarantee you that he is not wearing pants.
Are you pointing at me?
Both of you.
Okay,
Otherwise,
all right.
confuse you.
Well, you're the one with the giant female mural behind you. So, probably move on swiftly here.
My wife painted those titties, I'll have you know.
She's not bad as an artist, I would say. That's good detail up until the head, where it appears to have turned into Sonic the Hedgehog.
I think it looks like lots of tears coming out of her head, and I wonder if she's trying to send me a sign.
This is some subliminal messaging on a next level basis for you, Lee, I think.
You've been trolled by your wife.
Because it could look like her head's been cut off and blood's just spilling out.
Oh. What a wonderful way to start a podcast. What a wonderful way. Right, so we should probably formally introduce you to those who do not know who you are, Richard. So, who are you?
A question I ask myself daily. So I run a very small marketing agency that I always wanted to aim towards the music industry. So my agency is called Amplify. And I ended up many years ago working with a reprobate called Brian Wampler, who makes these little boxes of noise, and have since sort of gone on and whilst I still work basically full-time for Wampler, I also work for other companies in their group and do consulting for some other music industry companies. So basically spend my whole day looking at pedals, amps, and guitars. And that's quite a challenge. I'm just going to let you know that.
And it does sound so luxurious, doesn't it? But when you do it, it does get tiresome after a while.
I mean, there is a new pedal in development, and
there's always
I'm like,
a new pedal.
There's many in development. But this one, I'm like, you know what? You guys figure it out. I've had enough. Just you figure it out, and other people are writing the clever stuff again, while I'll just come along and do the crayon bit. But yeah, the other kind of part of my role, which people are probably more familiar with, I do all the sort of social media stuff with Brian for Wampler, but I also design the enclosures for the pedals, amongst other things. So you would have seen my work if you bought a Wampler pedal in the last 3 years, I would have thought.
So you did the Pantheon Deluxe, didn't you?
I did.
Which I thought was absolutely brilliant. Not just the pedal, but the art and everything, the layout.
Bless you.
Brilliant. I said that to you. It was when it first came out.
You did?
Because I didn't even know that you did it at that point, and I was saying to you how good it was, and you were saying, "Oh yeah, thank you." That was me.
So again, I've inherited a style from Wampler's history, and I'm trying to grow it a little bit and expand it. And I've tried to make the graphics more detailed, make the finishes more luxurious, get the metal knobs, which is a big thing that we've done. But the Pantheon was originally going to be called the Paragon, and in fact, it was Jason who was designing it. So he was still working at Wampler when I first joined.
That was a while back.
Yeah, so that was like 4 years ago, I think. It may even be maybe 2018. Yeah, so 4 years ago, and they were going to call it the Paragon. So we had a whole different graphic for it, and then somebody did the clever thing of Googling Paragon pedal and found that there were more than one, and we're like, right, new name.
That was that wasn't step one. That was like step 45 when
we have changed our process since. I'm just going to let you know it is now step one. But
I mean, I've seen that happen a bunch of times with companies. And established companies like Stu over at Tate Effects. He just shared up this Antares from someone else the other week, and it was like, okay, there's a new pedal that's got the same name as yours.
Yeah, it's very difficult because all the good names have been taken. I'm just going to tell you, naming pedals is my least favourite thing. There is a funny story about how the Fuzztration got named. It was actually all my daughter's fault, but I'll tell her that another time. But on the Pantheon, what happened was we were going to call it the Paragon. We had to change it. We chatted amongst the group of moderators who moderate the Wampler Tone group, and they all came up with the name Pantheon. And that previous summer, or maybe 2 summers previous, I'd been out to Rome and I'd seen the Pantheon, and the ceiling of it really resonated with me because it's got this beautiful square dome that's like really geometrically pleasing. And the minute someone said Pantheon, I just had this vision of like a kind of Roman god in that building, and that's what I tried to kind of depict. So the squares on it were illustrated based off a photo I took on holiday, and I was like, that is how a pedal design should be birthed. It shouldn't be forced. It should be, kind of happenstance. So yeah, I was really pleased with it, and I think that was the first pedal that kind of moved the design philosophy of Wampler forward a little bit towards slightly more detailed back graphics and typography.
Yeah, like with things like the metaverse. The metaverse and the Terraform. You've kind of like really come away from like the early days of Wampler, and it looks so much more modern and stuff. And the early days were the early days for all the companies, but
right?
The new ones just looks like completely state of the art.
Oh, can I come on this podcast every week? This is fantastic.
We're shooting our load this week,
normally
mate. It won't be the same.
With the one guy on the internet who hates everything I do. There's like one guy who hates every typeface choice we've ever made and tells me about it in great detail, and I'm just like, get a life, dude. Seriously, when you've sold millions of dollars of your artwork on pedals, then I'll take your advice. But at the moment,
thought of it like that. Of course, you have, haven't you? You sold millions of dollars of your artwork. That's quite interesting.
Literally, there are millions of dollars of artwork out there that I worked on in this office, and I don't have millions of dollars of payment for it. I'm just going to put that out there. Too.
Yeah, something has gone wrong here somewhere.
Yeah, there is definitely a glitch in the matrix. But it's not an easy job.
Posters of the actual pictures that you made without the knobs and stuff on.
Well, we do sell merchandise on Brian's special secret merchandise site, but you can access it from the main Wampler website. But we do have like the Rat's Bane and the Pantheon, and I think the Terraform. We haven't done a Metaverse shirt yet. I need to do that. But yeah, I mean, the design of the Terraform was, again, that's we were going to call it our Dream Series based on the DSP we were using inside it. But that is a custom housing that we created from bent steel, I think it is. And we are going to create more than one more pedal in that range, probably a whole number, because it's a lovely form factor, especially if you've got more than one.
I mean, I think that's what everyone's expecting, because like you've at least got to put out a reverb, and it's...
maybe
no comment.
Because then you're like, you've at least done the trifecta. Then,
Yeah, the strifecta of Wampler.
Yeah.
The Wampflector.
Oh, I'm going to write that down.
No, that's a horrible name. I'm turning my nose up as I said
reverb.
It didn't even taste nice. The Wampflector.
Yeah. If a word doesn't taste nice when you say it, you know it's a bad word.
Yeah. Oh dear me! Right, so you're obviously on the Chasing Tone podcast, as you alluded to a second ago. Am I right in saying that's probably the biggest guitar podcast now?
I mean, difficult to say. Difficult to say. We're definitely up there. We get very good numbers, and we're regularly in the kind of top 100 or 200 US podcasts on either of the main platforms. But it depends. Podcast statistics are really unreliable because they're basically updated in real time based on factors that are completely beyond anyone's comprehension except for Chartable and a couple of other people. We get a very solid listener base every week. We've definitely been going a long time. I mean, I'm obviously only a recent, I'd say addition, but maybe some people might say subtraction to the show. But
you add weight to it in some way, shape, or form.
I think some of the other there is what's the one? There is one that sometimes is above us. I forget the guy. His name.
Tana.
That's the one. And
it's a very nonchalant.
We had Joe on a couple of weeks ago, actually.
No, honestly, I really struggle to. Joe Rogan, something like that. I don't know. But also, you've got other shows that aren't focused on. It's difficult in terms of guitar gear. We've definitely got one of the biggest followings, but I wouldn't like to speculate on the fact that we're the best. Because
let me just get my pen. How do you do that? Take some notes here.
I mean, what you have to do is you have to invite other podcast hosts off of other podcasts onto yours, and then hopefully talk about your podcast when they go back onto theirs.
I mean, that would be nice. I mean, that's what happens with
I am
Blackwell,
definitely going to mention this show in about an hour when I record the Chasing Tone podcast, so you're definitely going to get some love. I'll give you that much.
Some sort of attention anyway. You never guess what I just had to fucking do. That's what he says.
Yeah, this guy from the Midlands, not North.
Definitely not North. Scurrilous untruths have been spoken on this podcast, I'm led to believe.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah, we're debunking the myth that Lee's right about anything.
So, look, I haven't seen too much. I've looked for it, but I haven't been able to see too much about the slow, and I want you to tell me about it. So, you work with Soldano occasionally,
yeah. So,
don't you?
yes. Again, I'll just dial back a little bit. So there is a company called Booty Camps Distribution that owns a number of brands in the music industry, big brands like Friedman and Wampler. So that's who I do a lot of work for. And they also own Soldano. So we designed the Soldano website. We also worked a little bit on the packaging and sort of manuals for the pedal. But actually, the pedal design, Mike sort of mentions it on the video. It's been looked at for a long time and has been through about 12 different iterations, I think.
Yeah.
So that pedal is a big piece of work. And it is definitely, I can't say too much, but there are very, very clear similarities between the circuitry in that and in the miniature SLO mini amp that came out.
Oh, cool.
That was a question that I saw posted around. Like people were asking.
Yeah, it was asked on my my Instagram actually when I posted about it.
It's not identical, I don't believe, but it has a family ancestry that is very, very inbred.
And if you get two products that are both transistor based and they're released within a few months of each other and they both are designed to sound the same, then it's gonna.
Yeah, it would be really stupid of us to go, so we've just designed this new SLO Mini. Now we need to make a pedal. Let's start from the beginning.
Board,
So there are similarities, but the Mini amp has some more features because it's got more switches and other bits and pieces. The pedal is so good, though, Lee. And there is a limited edition purple anodized pedal. In fact, I think I showed you were one of the first people I showed that to.
I was well impressed.
I was so gutted because I asked to be sent one because I work with them and I'm like, please send me shiny toys. And I didn't know they did the purple one because I'd be like, send me the purple shiny toy, but they didn't. But that sold really, really well. So it's a Reverb exclusive.
Yeah.
But I think I think that's going to be there for a while because it's selling like the proverbial hotcakes. But it's a great pedal. So I've got mine plugged into an SLO 30, and on the clean channel, I was just swapping between the pedal and the
actual channel,
the amps overdrive channel. The difference is there, but it's minimal, and you're not going to care if you're listening to it from in front of a stage. So for a guitar player, it would be absolutely fantastic as a drive pedal. I think it's not a preamp pedal. So it is an amp in a box, but a lot of people have been like, "Is it a preamp pedal?" Not. I'm like, no, it's a distortion pedal. Plug it in front, turn it up, you're done.
The trouble is, right, most people who are buying that pedal don't own a Soldano. Most people who are buying that pedal have never played a Soldano. So they'll just know roughly what a Soldano sounds like, and they'll want that sort of flavour, and that pedal will give it to them.
Yeah, which is kind of why we didn't re-release the Slow Distortion, which was an old Wampler attempt at making a Soldano sound, because actually it was Brian's attempt at making Warren Haynes' Soldano sound, which is not the same as cranking up a SLO 100 all the way. Warren Haynes had a specific sound. The Slow Distortion captured that. This pedal is just like capturing that classic Soldano. What's really good about it, though, if you've got an SLO 30, the one problem I have with the SLO 30 is the clean and crunch switch isn't on the foot switch. So you're either got your clean channel or you've got your crunch channel on.
But with the oversight.
Well, I mean, it's on the full SLO 100, right? So they had to cut a few features down a little bit to get the SLO 30 out at that price. So you can only do overdrive or clean, but the clean channel can also go into a crunch mode, which is gorgeous. So at the moment, you have to use a switch, or you can use the new SLO pedal because it sounds really good mid-gain with the EQ set nicely, does that crunch sound perfectly. So they fixed the issue I had, let's put it that way.
by having an outboard crunch switch.
£229 foot switch, yeah.
So let me ask you a question, which will be a lovely segue, right? So pay attention to this segue, right? Okay. So Synergy, who you also work with, have a Soldano module, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if everyone knows what Synergy amps are, but it's kind of like a cassette amp. So you can take these cassettes out of you get a stereo one as well, I think, and you can take these cassettes in and out, and it changes the whole flavor of the amp. So you can get like a Friedman one, you can get like a Soldano one, and many others, Tone Kings and stuff like that. And so on the Soldano Synergy amp, does it have a foot switch to switch between the channels?
I think it does, but it doesn't have the same channel setups. So again, the thing with the SLO30 is you've got a clean and an overdrive on the foot switch. So your two main things are covered. The crunch is like an extra mode. I confess I don't have a Synergy rig here. I've very much wanted to get one for a while, but I'm running out of wall space to put amps on. So, but those Synergy modules are fantastic.
Yeah, I haven't tried one, but I love the concept.
It's a great concept. It's been around for a long time as well. I can't remember where it originally came from because I think it was originally...
Was it Carvin?
I want to say Carvin, then I wanted to say Randall, and then I realised I just don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So
you might be right with Randall.
You are welcome here.
It was one of those earlier US companies, though. I remember, yeah.
Yeah. But it is incredibly well-built stuff. Obviously, I work for them. I'm not going to say anything bad about them. But the Synergy stuff is like the stuff that really made me go, that's actually really, really clever. And you could spend a lot of money on it, which is why I haven't got one yet.
much are the cassettes? I don't know what you'd call them.
$400 US dollars, I think, roughly per one, give or take. I mean, I think the Steve Vai signature one, which is in a beautiful Viper green, which incidentally I think is almost exactly the same color as the bell pedal. I think we may have used a similar formulation, but that's a little bit more expensive. But I think most of them are about $400 each, and I think off the top of my head, I think it's $900 for the basic unit to put it in. So, you can get 3 really good amps for the cost of 1 really good amp, essentially.
And all the cassettes are basically the preamp section, aren't they? And
Correct.
The Synergy module, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, is does it what tubes does it have? What valves does it have?
If I told you, I'd have to shoot you. So it's all proprietary information. I don't know.
Really?
I just design the websites. I write the descriptions, but honestly, I might as well be writing the descriptions for breakfast cereals, because by the time you've written EL34 400 times,
right? Okay, fair enough.
I'm happy to look at the website for you live on the show and figure it out, because I know where I wrote it. I just don't know what I wrote.
I mean, that's classic Lee. That's the bane of my existence, editing out clicking sounds. So, I mean, knock yourself out. I'm used to this by now.
Yeah,
no. Synergy is not a brand I am closely involved with on a day-to-day basis. Again, we do the websites for all of them, so we look after them, which is more of a kind of monthly task, even though we're doing some work on the website right now. But I'm much heavier. I mean, Wampler is my main thing. I do work across all the brands, but Wampler is the one that I have the most responsibility for, and is the one that keeps me awake at night. Every night.
Those brands include obviously Synergy, OnePlus, Sedano, but then we've got Tone King, Morgan, Friedman, Engel, Matthews.
Morgan Friedman. Yeah, I did do a meme about that once, funnily enough.
Is there anything else you want to mention?
Matthews isn't part of it anymore. I think you said Matthews. Rick Matthews actually is doing his own thing again now, which is great for everybody. I think he's doing some cool stuff.
We got the Surgeon through a couple of months ago, and it's really good. It's really nice.
Is that the mini delay thing?
Yeah, very clever.
Mini
lots of
multi-delay,
functionality on that. Yeah,
no, he's a very, very clever guy. I got a lot of time for Rick. So other than boutique, I do work a little bit with Engel out in Germany. We recently did their new website, and
I've met the Engel guys. They're really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I only really talk with 2 of them, and the main one is Jürgen, who I think is kind of like the main dude there, and he's super, super cool, and he knows the industry. He's very smart. He knows the industry incredibly well, and I really dig Engel as a brand. So we worked on their website, and we might help with some more sort of marketing stuff down the line, because it's not in direct competition with any of the stuff I do for boutique. So everyone's happy there. And I'm also working with a company that I can't say who they are yet, but it's a new UK company. It's a brand that existed in the 90s, and they're going to bring affordable British-made shredding guitars, like premium finished guitars, for under £1,000 to the market next year. Oh yes, everything about it. I was like, when he was telling me, I was like, you are speaking my language in every way now. I'm just going to let you know. So
my first question was, when we were talking about this earlier, so what colours do they come in? It's got to be like garish green and pink and stuff.
Well, they're kind of a bit PRS-y at the moment. I'm just going to have a look. I've got a photo of an old one on my phone. I'm just going to dig
okay, so they're kind of like flame tops and stuff. And
flame quilted. I don't know. Don't know whether I can show you that because it's got the headstock visible. I can probably just hold that up. Yeah, you can just about see that.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
So we're talking PRS type quilted, but they're going to do all kinds of stuff. But the thing about it is they've got the Made in Britain stamp. The factory's in Britain. All of the stuff, we're going to try and source everything we can from Britain, because we just don't have enough representation in the guitar world, I don't think, and certainly not at this level. So I think it's going to be a very exciting time.
I mean, who would you say is the biggest British guitar maker at the moment.
Well, I mean, Gordon Smith is going to be the number one kind of retail brand that anyone would associate with Britain. But then you've got some of the like obviously as well. You've got what's the one that make the Ed Sheeran guitar? I think they're Irish, but I think they might be Northern Irish. Is it Lowther? I don't know. I forget.
Okay, yeah.
But they're certainly an English or British company. And then you've got some of the like incredible craftsmen like Seth Backus, who makes absolutely amazing, like proper.
Seth Backus British?
I believe so.
Honestly, thought he was American.
No, I think he's British. I'm pretty sure the guitars are all made over here, and I'm pretty sure he's British. I've only spoken to him online, so he could be hiding an Arkansas accent for all I know, but pretty sure he's British. I mean, that's a British name, isn't it? Seth Backus. Doesn't get more British than that.
I mean, there's a lot of overlap with the British names and American names. I wouldn't be doing Josh any favours if I didn't mention Chapman, of course, because he loves Chapman.
Obviously Chapman. I really like. I went to Anderton's a few months back, and they had a couple of Chapmans in really nice sparkle hanging up, and they were beautiful. They're really well made guitars.
I've not played this. I've said this before. I've not played any that I've liked. I've played a few of them because I was really on the hype train when they were first going on about them, and everyone got to go in and design them, and I was like, oh yeah, went to Anderton to try them. And they played like pigs, and I was very upset with them. But apparently, they've got a lot better since. So, my experience with them isn't so great. But our Josh, who's one of the presenters here, he's got a couple, and he loves them. Absolutely loves them.
Yeah, and like in defence of Josh's Chapman's as well, I've actually tried those. I tried his beer baritone as well, and baritone is definitely not a flavour which I go for very often. But it was a decent instrument, so I enjoyed it. I had one of the very very first Run ML ones, and that was a pile of Chinese firewood.
Other Asian communist countries are available. I'm just going to say that for legal reasons. Oh, wait a minute, it's not my show. Fine, fine.
Carry on.
Yeah, get the wrath of Z, whatever. It doesn't matter. So so that's kind of what I've been up to anyway, is working on those projects. But yeah, Wampler is like, I say 50% of my time, but it's actually 100% of my time, probably.
Yeah, and everything else is the extra 75% on top.
Exactly. Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about there.
I just really, I love working with the guys, and not just Brian, but the whole team there. They're all really knowledgeable, fantastic musicians, and they honestly, I know this is so cliched, we make stuff that we want to play with. Like the metaverse is very much the perfect delay pedal for me and Brian. May not be for everybody else, but we absolutely love that. And the plugins, if you've not tried the plugins, I think I sent you the plugins.
Yeah, Lee's got those.
Yeah, I've played with them extensively. I still play with them now. And they are so much fun. And they're so easy to dial in.
Yeah, again, that's kind of, with everything we make at Wampler, our USP is it has to be simple to dial in. You have to be able to put it on your board, and if you set everything for 12, you should get a result that isn't terrible sounding. Because a lot of pedals, the sweep range is really weird. Like, it's like nothing, everything, nothing. So we always try and build just really easy to use pedals. But yeah, the Metaverse plugin was a big move forward for us, and you're going to definitely see more plugins from us down the line.
I mean, this is like, I won't name names, but the amount of times I've had to message people, companies, and say, is this control broken, or does it just not do anything? Because I'm turning the tone, and I'm like, there's no difference here. Turning the gain, well, it only does anything different right at the last the last 1%. You know, it's and you kind of like, is this broken?
Yeah, no, it helps to have like people who want to be musicians, and Brian has always wanted to be like on the Nashville circuit. I mean, he's a great musician. In fact, he was playing out in Nashville this weekend. But it helps that that we all want to play guitar, and we all have our own views of what we want. That's so much better than working for a company where it's just stamping out like factory-made clones of other pedals or whatever else other pedal manufacturers do.
Yeah. So tell us about this tube screamer you made.
Hold on. You mean tell you about the miniature TS10, which hasn't ever been done so far until we did it?
Yes. You put a different number on it. Well done.
Do I now need to tell you that the difference between a TS10 and a TS9 is one resistor? Or a TS8?
It's one. It's yeah.
Yeah, I've actually got a TS10. I do really like it, and I don't normally like tube screamers. So, I do understand where you're going with that.
So the thing about the Moxie, though, is it is all about those two extra switches on it, the voice and the fat switch, because one just completely raises the EQ of the dropped levels on a tube screamer, so it's almost flat, and suddenly you haven't got that mid hump that you get with a tube screamer. And the other switch basically completely changes it into more of a distortion pedal than an overdrive. It's a different type of clipping, and both of those switches it's three pedals in one. It really is, probably more, but it's certainly three very distinct pedals with those switches, I think.
Yeah, I really like what you did with the Ratsbane, actually. It was a similar sort of thing with the switching, and I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, initially we had a concept of three pedals that were tributes to classic circuits with Brian's twist on them. So we were going to do a Rat, a Tube Screamer, and a Fuzz Face. And we were going to release them right before JHS released the 3 series, and then we thought,
of course they fucking did.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Actually, I remember the conversation. It was
yeah. So we were like, "Damn!" But actually, that turned out to be a blessing in disguise, because we then thought more about them, gave them totally different looks and graphics and paints and everything, and they've been some of our best-selling pedals of all time. I mean, the Moxie and the Ratsbane. I mean, the Ratsbane is such a fantastic pedal. In fact, the reason I got involved with Wampler was I was looking for a nice Rat clone, and I ended up being directed towards a pedal that Wampler make that isn't a Rat clone. But getting the Ratsbane out was kind of like, right, that's the circle complete. I now am the master, as Darth Vader would say.
I was very happy that you made the chip switchable, because I actually switched mine to the LM308, and no, it's such cork sniffing, it really is. But I did it, and now I'm like, yes, mine is superior.
But you are known as the king of cork sniffers. That is. Aren't we meant to mention this on the show? No, it was a genius move. I mean, we have tinkered with the idea. I think we might do a special edition at some point of the Ratsbane, so look out for that. But we've also tinkered with the idea of doing a special edition with a 308 inside it. The trouble is getting hold of, even 100 genuine 308s. It's very difficult at the moment, because most of them out there are actually fakes.
Yeah,
Indeed.
It's madness.
It is.
It really is horrible.
Funny, we should mention the Ratsbane, actually. We did one of our YouTube presenters has done a video that was quite popular on the Ratsbane. And there has been a comment that's been lingering on there for about a year now that I can't answer because I've not tried the Ratsbane. I think it was something like, can the Ratsbane do genuine Mastodon tones? So, if anyone would know, it would be someone working for Wampler.
I mean, yes, it would be if that person working for Wampler was familiar with Mastodon, which I'm not.
Just give me a bullshit yes or no, and I'll...
Yeah, definitely. Look.
I mean, with the right amp and the right guitar, you'll be able to get it.
I was about to say, if you got the exact same amp as the guy from Mastodon, and you got the exact same guitar, and you use the same cables and the same other pedals, and probably you might need some plastic surgery to make your fingers...
Well. And the cab.
Yeah.
The cab.
The cab. And maybe have it on their stage.
And make sure that the speakers are aged at the same age as his. That when
and there's got to be beer and urine all over them, all of that.
Of course,
then you might sound exactly like it. It's always a difficult question to answer when people say that, because my number one question is exactly what Lee just said, is, well, what amp have you got? Will you sound like Mastodon playing through a little smoky amp Marlboro amp? No. Yeah.
Is the problem the pedal, or is it you?
I've got a Roland Cube, and I was wondering if I could get Metallica sounds from it.
Probably.
Exactly
Have
like
you
Metallica.
got a wah-wah pedal? If you've got a wah, then you're fine.
Oh, dear.
Can I quote you on that?
Yeah. Quote me on anything. I'll
Richard
deny it.
Oliver said.
So, what are the best-selling Wampler pedals then?
Ooh.
I mean, that would be a trade secret, so I wouldn't like to say that
What are
on
the
the
most
show.
popular Wampler pedals?
I think it's fair to say that the last dozen pedals that we've released are amongst the best selling and most popular, or whatever you want to use. But also, there are some very big staples like the Ego and the Tumnus and the Pinnacle. You know, that people always want those classic circuits, and long may that reign. I mean, the Tumnus, the reason people really like both the Mini and the Maxi version, it's so close to a clon, we may as well have called it a Clonmus. I didn't say that, did I? I did. Oh, shit.
Did you see the video I did where I compared a bunch of clons, including the actual clons?
Yeah,
and
of course.
Completely got it wrong.
Yeah, well, everyone does. And here's the other thing. Parts tolerances on every single clon pedal means that every single clon pedal probably sounds slightly different than every other clon pedal. Now, the Tumnus, because we use SMT technology, they will all, from each generation, sound identical. But, you know, we based it on the clones that we researched, not necessarily on other ones. So it's such a subjective thing.
Yeah, I think it does sound different from the other bunch, but in a good way. I really like it, and I always describe the Tumnus as having some sort of meaty tone that you can almost feel in your wisdom teeth. And I always say this, and I don't understand it. I don't have a better way of explaining it. But when I play it, there's something that probably just resonates with my cavities or something.
I think you might need to visit a dentist, mate.
Yeah. I think those pictures of mushrooms behind you may have been painted in a hallucinogenic state that you haven't yet left, because there is no way that the Tumnus resonates your fillings. And if it does, as said, you should definitely visit a dentist. No, I hear you. I really love the Mini Tumnus. The Tumnus Deluxe is perfect if you're playing in a live situation. You want to cut through the mix because you can dial the 3-band EQ to cut through more. But I just find the Mini Tumnus, but I use the one in the gearbox because the Andy Wood gearbox is a Pinnacle on one side and a Tumnus on the other side. And that's my favourite because the Tumnus has too much gain, whereas that has a little bit less sweep of the gain, so it's easier to dial in. It's such a good pedal. It does so much for everything. I mean, I use it 80% of the time for gain tones now.
A few years back, I popped over to Anderton's and I was doing like shootouts between different pedal types. So I was doing shootouts between different fuzzes and different 5150 sort of clones, and I had a Pinnacle there. And out of all the ones, and this was including like the bloody hell, what they call it? MXR, yep. Look around at your MXR collection, there it is.
Universal symbol for MXR, that is.
Yeah. MX. Right, so, including the MXR 5150 pedal and all these others. And by far and away, the Pinnacle was just...
It was the Pinnacle?
It was so much better than all the others.
I'm not sure he'll thank me for this, but we have definitely concluded that Brian has got special hearing. He hears nuances in pedals that us mere mortals would be like, that sounds cool, whereas he'd be like, yeah, that's because I capped the 3200 kilohertz band with a flange bracketed resistor. I'm like, yeah, whatever, mate. He has got an ear for it, and every pedal he does surprises me. Like, so okay, so a pedal that I can't name yet or talk about, but I am showing it to both of you now, is one of the best circuits Brian has ever made, in my opinion. When I got the first version of it, I put it on my board and I was playing for like 2 hours, and I rang him up and said, Brian, why haven't we released this yet? This is like the best pedal I've ever played. He's like, yeah, it's kind of all right. He hears things that the rest of us don't. And we've got some, we will make other like modulation pedals and delay pedals and reverb pedals, but Brian's core is gain. Brian knows gain like nobody else, and he's got some fantastic gain pedals coming out. I'm just going to let you know.
Yeah, as you know, I work. One of the companies that I work with is Analog Alien, and they are very much in the same sort of ballpark. They run a very, very decent recording studio. They've done like Joan Jett and like loads of big artists, Stevie
Very
Wonders
cool.
and stuff like that. And they have got such great ears. They really have. And it's exactly what you say. They hear things that us mere mortals don't. And just yesterday, Anderton's released a video because they're stocking them now.
Yeah, I saw actually. It's because that resonated with me when he said, I was like, Lee does stuff with them.
Yeah. And I said to Lee, these are very, very good. And you see them at the beginning of the video and they're kind of like, okay, doing another pedal demo. And by the end of it, they're both like, okay, okay, these are really fucking good. and there is something about these people like Brian and Jack and Joe and Robert Keeley and stuff like that. And they do have this little something that they can hear that we can't.
I don't want to knock other brands because it would be, a terrible thing for me to do, but they're all shysters, every one of them. No.
It's true.
there are some brands that do just, same circuit, respun a little bit. But there are other brands, and you've mentioned some of them there, Keeley, obviously Brian, Josh, who really do care about what they're doing. I have to say them all because otherwise I get in trouble.
We don't.
But there are others where I look at some of their pedals, I'm like, that's amazing, but I can honestly never think of a time where I'm going to use that pedal.
Looking at you, Blue Box.
Yeah. Oh, fuck off. No, the Blue Box is the best. Right, okay, right. What Wampler needs to release...
Like that new Eventide thing. Too many buttons, too many lights.
We'll come to that. We'll come to that because that is like amazing. Yeah, so we've discussed the Pinnacle, the Pantheon Deluxe, the Ratsbane, the Terraform, the Metaverse, and what's the name of the next one?
The Moxie.
No. In the Terraform, the Metaverse, the...
Well, I wouldn't like to speculate on the name of that one, but there's more than one coming out.
Yes. I'm really quite excited. I think I know what it's going to be. I think everyone knows what they hope it's going to be. Yeah,
one's pretty obvious, one isn't, and one is really not obvious. So.
Is he finally releasing the Wampler? Come on.
It was one of the first projects I looked at, actually. We have got a wah pedal designed. It looked pretty cool. But the thing is what can you do differently to a wah pedal? Well, I did have an idea. I once had a Shala wah in the 1980s, and it had a phase wah on it. It was called Yoy Yoy, and it made a completely different noise.
Side to side as well?
No, but it had lots of weird switches on it. But Brian wasn't into that. So that's been temporarily moved to the back of the list, because what can we add to a wah pedal that hasn't already been done? More wah?
Yeah, a second treadle that does an even more wah.
Don't tell him. Don't give him. He's writing it down. Look.
Shit.
No, I'm just texting it to Brian right now.
Scratch it.
Second treadle. I like it.
That's it.
I hate it, but because I really, really, really love wah pedals, but no one uses them anymore.
No,
very few people use it. You never see them on boards. It's all
a lot of
expression
fucking
pedals.
effort, aren't they? A lot of fucking effort.
I keep the Mini 535Q, the Dunlop, on my board because it's tiny. And if there is like two songs where I either need like a cocked wah, or maybe I am doing a bit of Starsky and Hutch, then I'm using it for that. But it isn't something that I think, as you kind of progress with your guitar playing, you're going to pull out all the time, unless, as I say, you're a member of the James Taylor Quartet, and it is like probably the most used pedal in your rig. But yeah,
that's the trouble with the wah, because if there is one, I will use it. And I have like Kirk Hammett syndrome when there's a wah.
When there's a wah, there's a way, as they say.
Yeah, man. So, shall we talk about the Eventide H90, which I honestly...
If we must.
I love this thing.
You're a man after my own heart, Richard. You really are.
Can I just ask you one question, Lee?
Yeah.
You've got £900 to spend, Eventide H90...
Blow and hookers. Sorry, I'll let you finish.
Or cocaine and hookers. Or would you just not go and buy, like, an iPad? Because it's basically a more powerful computer and can probably do everything that the H90 can, and a bit more.
Only if you bought the plugins.
I'm deliberately being facetiously. I know you love the H90.
It's brilliant. It's so good. Like I was watching because they've got a pitch shifter that is a polyphonic pitch shifter now. And they were like doing bends with the whammy bar and stuff, and it was just perfect.
I am literally texting that to the guys right now because we may or may not have been looking at pitch shifting technology.
And pitch shift.
Okay.
I'll tell you, one of the other things they've got on this,
abort mission.
I was trying to explain this to Josh that Eventide create effects that no one else does, and no one's doing.
Yeah,
right.
Unfortunately,
it's
they do.
Very rare
don't
to
they?
see that. Everyone does their own version of what other people do, and one of the things they've got there is it's like a pitch shifter that will then arpeggiate the pitches that it's shifted to. So when you play a chord, every note of the chord gets pitch shifted into like a different place. So it takes each note, pitch shifts it to a different place, and then arpeggiates off of it. And it sounded like fucking wind chimes.
Yeah, I know. I've got a lot of time for Eventide. The new pedal looks amazing, but it is a lot of money. And also, I'm just not good enough to need one. Like if I was a touring pro, then I would 100% have that as my multi-effects unit, and you're done. But I'm not a touring pro. I'm a gigging blues dad. So
my man. I mean,
it's the same with any multi-effects. If you took all the effects that are in it and you put them into individual pedals, it would cost like 10, 20 times as much. But you can't get these anywhere else. The only place you can get some of these effects that are in the H90 are in the was it a H9000, which is a studio rack piece of kit. Massive.
But that's the thing. Eventide, they are studio quality, studio grade, brilliant stuff. And again, huge respect for what they do. That's never going to be our forte as Wampler.
No.
And I don't think many other companies could ever match it, to be honest. You'd need a massive research and development budget to even touch it. But honestly, I work with IT all day long, Lee. If it ain't got 6 knobs on it and no screen, I'm not plugging into it.
Yeah, I think this has got 1, 2. I think this has got 5 knobs on it.
Oh, it's got way more than 5. You've got knob disremembrance. That happens as you get older.
It's not shrinking. I'm just forgetting about it.
That's the world's greatest excuse. No, darling, you've just forgotten how big it used to be. Dear. No, I'm very envious of you getting hold of one. I definitely think you should get another one for me. I'll swap it. I'll swap it for one of my many prototype circuits that's so rare no one will ever get one.
Richard, it's 5 knobs. It's got 5 knobs, 3 switches, 3 foot switches, and then it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mini switches.
I call mini switches knobs, so too many.
Well, that's just wrong. Do you call arms legs?
It depends which situation I'm in.
I do now.
Put your arms around me.
It does look like a cracking piece of kit, and the interface is very slick. It is a bit too much for me, but I would definitely have one on my board if I was spending £900 on a single pedal.
I am just about to build a MIDI board, and it already had like 3 Eventide pedals on it, and now I'm able just to take them 3 off, replace it with this, and I'll have more, including exactly those 3.
Okay, I'm impressed, but you didn't just tell me that you had 2 metaverses on your board like I have. Now that, my friend, is a lot of fun.
This has turned into a dick swinging contest.
Well, I'm going to lose that. We've already established one of us has got disremembrance. So.
It started with comparing knobs, didn't it? So
yeah, I spend too long looking at knobs, especially the knurled
then
ones.
I start doing work.
Yeah.
So there was something really, really cool that I did see, because this is, I suppose, our new segment of the podcast. So we're just talking about, I suppose, just this one pedal today, because we're going to run out of time. But one of the things It does have. It has like 2 ins, 2 outs, and it's got 2 other ins and 2 other outs, which you can use as 2 separate loops.
That's awesome. Yeah.
But what's really, really cool is because the H90 is like having 2 H9s, because I don't know if the listener is aware, but on the original Eventide H9, you could only run one algorithm at a time. So if you wanted to do chorus, you could do chorus. You wanted to do delay, you could do delay. But many of the algorithms also included delay as well. So it was included in them. Now, on this one, you can run 2 at the same time. Now, you can run them in series or parallel, but when you add another thing into the loop, you can run it in 3 parallel. So you can run
for the listeners' benefit. At the moment, Lee currently has like a white stick, and he's pointing to a load of technical graphs and I think we're about to do a trench run on the Death Star. I'm not entirely sure. So go on.
Effectively, you can have it running into both of the algorithms. You can have it run into either of the algorithms, or you can have it running as its own thing, parallel to both of the other effects. So they'll just that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. But I already know, just from you talking about it, that pedal has given me option paralysis, which is something I suffer from all the time with like digital music making. When I was like a student, I had like a 4-track Commodore Amiga based recording solution and a terrible keyboard, and I used to take 16-bit samples of a Roland 303 and run them through that, and I was the most creative I've ever been because I had nothing. Now I've got like synths everywhere, guitars everywhere, and I open up my DAW and look at it and go, I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Yeah, this is why I refuse to write with effects. I generally write music on an acoustic, and then I break it down into, okay, that's going to the bass, that's going to the treble. Should I put that somewhere else, or should I? And then I start layering on where I want the effects on, and then I'll start building up from there. I'd never write on effects, but sometimes if I'm playing an effect and it inspires me, then I can write an effect around a song around that effect.
And that's kind of why I got the slicer in, because the slicer is the kind of pedal that you can use to basically write a whole song. 2 chords, slicer, bit of delay, job done.
Yeah, one of my favorite.
Call me Johnny Marr.
One of my favorite tones is a phaser into something like a slicer, and they've actually built that into the SL2.
Oh, have they?
So I saw
when it came out, I saw 5 minutes of it and went, I'm buying that, and I'm not going to watch any more demos because I want surprises. It's Christmas, right? So for my Christmas, I'm opening up an SL2. I'm also probably opening up a Friedman Little Sister, but that's another story. Yeah. I know it's a terrible name. That's Friedman, though. Yes. Look, at least I didn't say a Pink Taco, because that's the other one that came out at the same time.
Open up a Pink Taco. We did discuss this a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, about would you feel comfortable gigging a piece of gear that says Pink Taco on it? It's a bit.
I don't know. Probably about as comfortable as I would be saying that I was kind of to pedals what an audiophile is to audio. I definitely wouldn't be saying that either.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a good look.
No, it's not. When we were first doing our website, we were trying to think of like a short name for it, and it nearly ended up as PEDO Doom. I just didn't.
I think
see
we can all
it.
agree with Pedo Doom.
So it was supposed to be Ped Doom, and I just didn't see it. And I was just about to press go, and we'd all agreed on it. I was just about to press go, and one of my mates went, "Hang on a minute,
Pedo Doom."
Just a thought here. No, it is a definite concern in the industry. One thing I'm going to plug, because I completely forgot about this, but you made me think about it when we were talking about studio stuff. No. Okay, I'm now going to have to talk about something else to act as a kind of like palate cleanser because I can't go straight. I can't go straight from that.
The smelly shops. Yeah.
Oh Jesus! Have I showed you my Acoustasonic? I'll show you my Acoustasonic. There's a good way of killing any conversation dead. Look at my Acoustasonic from Fender. No, I'm working on a book at the moment. Do you know the guys that produce Like a Pro? Jamie Humphreys works with them on Six String Alliance. Warren Hart, he's an awesome producer out in LA. He has written a fantastic book with another guy called Jerry, who's an awesome author. And we've helped them turn it into a real book. So they gave us the Word document and we're, laying it out in DTP and all that. It's one of the best books I've ever read on the subject. It's like I was reading it and I was like, I need to stop reading this because I'm supposed to be like formatting it and laying it out, but it's just so good.
On the subject of pedals, right?
It's on the subject of home recording. It covers pedals. It covers everything. It just came to me when you were talking about the Eventide and like how your recording process. When this book comes out, you're going to have to get hold of a copy. I'll definitely look after you. It's brilliantly. You're both going to love it. It has everything in it. And I've learned a lot from it. Like I mentioned one of the tricks on chasing tone this week, I forget.
Oh, the piano trick.
The piano trick. I was like, that's amazing.
On,
that's so cool.
I haven't heard.
Well, if you're recording acoustic, listen to the Chasing Tone podcast, you evil person.
That's it.
I mean, I listen to like 50-hour audiobooks. I don't have time to listen. I don't even listen to our podcast.
I don't have time to listen to podcasts, but I can.
Well, maybe if you did listen to 50-hour audiobooks, you would.
I'm committed to this series. It's if anyone knows about the Cosmere, you'll understand. It's just
about the what?
Cosmere. Brandon Sanderson.
Okay, this sounds like sci-fi bullshit. Am I right?
Fancy.
Yeah, okay. It's elves and orcs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not quite.
It's elves and orcs, and you run around with a little pointy hat on, pointing your stick at people.
What if I did?
I'd be up for it, to be honest. I think that would be a fantastic thing to do.
I mean,
I've got nothing against it.
I kind of want to
in
do
fact,
it now.
There's like a cupboard of dirty hobby secrets over here, and I'm glad you can't see what's in it. Let's just put it that way. No, I have not heard of it, Lee.
Oh, it's massive, absolutely massive. You've heard of Wheel of Time, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
The guy who finished the Wheel of Time series because Robert Jordan died is Brandon Sanderson, and he wrote Mistborn and the Stormlights archives and stuff like that. And there's a bunch of different book series, but they happen to all exist within the same universe. And there's like crossover, and apparently it's going to be as big. So
it's like a huge franchise for extracting cash from gullible people. Is that what you're telling me?
I love Marvel as well. Yeah.
To be honest,
isn't that not the pedal industry?
Shit.
Have you seen this tube screamer? It's fucking brilliant.
Oh, that's the other thing that's in the H90 as well. There's a tube screamer. I kid you not. I saw. So, like, there's an emulation of a tube screamer, not an actual tube screamer. Okay.
Yes.
It's not a TS10. Sorry.
No. I'm just checking because
it's a TS11.
The way you said it, I was like, what? They've actually stuck like two H9s and then a tube screamer in the middle.
A tiny little tube screamer.
I mean, the Moxie would fit, so I'm just saying that would work. But
yeah, that's it. Call us Evans.
I was quite impressed with some of the distortion sounds I heard. I have to say, I looked at some of the demos. I really liked the. There was a demo with the what was it? The panning tremolo. That sounded fantastic.
You've
some of their stuff is brilliant.
Video, haven't you? I haven't watched that yet.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll probably go and watch that after we finish because it's yeah, I'm well excited for this pedal. I really am.
I think it's going to be a fantastic pedal, and I really want one. If only my good friend Lee would hook me up, then I'd be sorted. I'm joking. I've got too many pedals. I'm literally surrounded. My wife comes in here regularly and goes, "Fuck's sake, you've got so many pedals in here." I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, the DS1W and the SL2 arrived today, and I'm like, yeah, it's new pedal day. And my wife's like, when isn't it new pedal day? Like, jealous.
The one thing about the SL2 that I really dig is the paint colour on it. I think it's one of the nicest paint colours Boss have ever come out with. So I can't wait to get mine.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, we were talking about, we were absolutely waxing lyrical about the change of font on it, how they've gone back to the really 80s font on it.
Yeah.
That's a classy
It's
move
a great
there.
looking pedal. I campaigned actually for Wampler to move to the Boss model, which is let's not do graphics, let's not change typefaces, let's have the same one and just do every pedal like it. But it's a longer term play, I think.
As long as you don't go for the...
It's a slow burn, that isn't it?
All Comic Sans MS.
As long as you don't go towards the Tesco Value JHS 3 series look, then I'm fine.
Well, again, if we were to release a budget range of pedals, they wouldn't look exactly like our normal pedals, but they would definitely be not quite the same as a regular Wampler pedal. Let's put it that way.
I would say if you were to release a budget line, they might look more towards classic Wampler pedals and have that like familiar aesthetic than maybe something like the Metaverse or something along those lines.
I think that's a really good shout, Lee. It's almost as if you can visualize these pedals somehow. As if, like, maybe I'm holding them up. Guys, I'm gonna have to call time, I'm afraid, because I've got to go and record. I don't know, some other podcast chasing something or other. Some guy, Brian, he rings me up every week and asks me to say stuff. So it's been an absolute pleasure, though, and I would love to come back on if you'd have me anytime.
Absolutely. And not once have you been sprayed with a bottle on this one as well. So
people really love that, by the way. We get a lot of people going, spray him more. I'm like, you weirdos.
Spray the
horn
Batman
on that pedal show. It was so annoying.
Oh, the name dropping horn.
Yeah.
Well, we'd get a few of those, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure.
indeed.
Yep.
So thank you very much.
Let's do like a quick wrap up and some plugs, as we would usually do a podcast. So, Patreon backers, you are lovely. You are the standard people as usual. Let me just check your names because I don't say it every bloody week. Here we go. Mr. Andrew Bimson, Mr. Adam Yeomans of Chev Tone Effects. We've got Mr. Doug Christ of 37 Effects, Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and the Just Surprise Me podcast. We've got Mr. Hugh G. Rection. We've got Mr. Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups and Mr. Brian Goer of the Tone Jerks podcast and the Second Button podcast. Awesome. If you want to find me online, you find me at BudgetPedalChap at Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. YouTube, of course, is the home to the No Talk Tone series, which this week you will be battling out to absolute titans of the budget world. We've got the American sound and the British sound by Joyo. They are both fantastic. I love them. So. Lee?
Just search Pedalboard Steam on any social media platform and you will find shit that I do.
Nice, to the point.
I know, he's in a rush.
Richard, indeed.
Well, Wampler Pedals, definitely go check out Facebook and check out the Instagram, YouTube, the website. Amplify Creative is my own tiny little agency, so if you need a website, definitely come and talk to us. And the Chasing Tone podcast, of course, which isn't as good as this podcast, or is it?
Well,
who knows?
Who are we to say no?
The numbers don't mean a thing.
Yeah. I mean, both of our listeners really enjoy what we put out every week.
We got twice as many as us.
Way!
No, gents, it's been a real pleasure. Thank you very much.
Indeed. So, from myself, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap, from Lee,
Yo,
and from Mr. Richard Oliver from Wampler Pedals, it will be a tatty bye and good night for this week.
Bye-bye. Guy goes for an interview, goes up to the circus, sees the ringmaster and says, I'm looking for a job. And the ringmaster says, what is it you do? He says, I do impersonations of birds. And the ringmaster says, sorry, we've already got someone who does impressions. And the bloke said, that's a shame, and flew off. So there we go. There's my joke.
lived up to the name.
Ba-boom. Ba-boom.